Hi, Group 5. I'm going to explain your classwork for reading groups today. So as you can see on the first slide, it's going to tell you what is inferring, right? So today we're making inferences. When we infer, we use information that is given to us plus information that we already know about the topic. You can see the girl here has an idea. The story says the boy got an umbrella. I know umbrellas are used in the rain, so I infer that it is raining. The girl used information in the story. It says that the boy got an umbrella and made an inference that it was raining because she knows that umbrellas are used in the rain. So for today, you have 5 different types of assignments that you're completing, right? And you have all week actually to do these. As you complete the slides, and the slides are just each of these pages down here, you're going to take the check mark and check it off, right? So you're going to start by reading the story. The Bear's Bad Bargain. It's a folktale from India. And so you're going to read through it. There's pictures that kind of describe the story on the sides. It's a 2-page story, so you're going to need to read both pages. And if you need to zoom in, because I know the text is kind of small, you can click this magnifying glass. So you can go in. Oh, I can see it much better now. Long ago, an old woodsman and his wife lived in a tiny shack, right? And read each word. When you're done, if you want to click anything else, you have to select the arrow again, right? If you want to zoom back out, you can click fit, and that's where it's going to fit it to this screen, right? And now I have my arrow picked, so I can go on after I've read both slides. Go back up, read the slides, read the story. Then you're going to go to the vocabulary section. So throughout the story, these words come up, right? Orchard, tremendous, hesitated, portion, inevitable, and anticipation. And as you read, you should have been able to figure out what that word means. So for example, orchard, you're going to read each definition and choose which one is correct. I'm not going to pick the right answer. Let's pretend it's pause due to doubt. So you can just pull it over, put it in the gray space below it. But that's not the right answer, so I'm going to put it back. Right? When you're finished with that, you can come back again. Vocabulary, done, mark it off. Right? When you're finished, all of the check marks will be down the side. After the vocabulary, you have some comprehension. It's asking you questions. Sorry, I need to move this back over so you can read it. What was the agreement between the wealthy man and the old couple? Let's say you're stumped. You can go back to the story and find the part that talked about that, right? Make sure you read every single choice because sometimes they put an answer up top that's kind of right, but you really need to go to the bottom and the last one could be it. Or maybe C or B. Make sure you read through each of them. When you pick the answer that you want, you take this orange ring and you just circle the answer that you want, right? Same thing for number 2, and then you have 2 on the next slide as well, right? It tells you the directions here. Drag the circle over the letter of the correct answer. When you're done with comprehension, you're going to come to inferencing. You're going to read this quote that comes straight from the story and decide which thing can you infer, right? So example, day after day, the old couple watched the pears ripening and hoped for a gust of wind to make the pears fall. So you can imply, as you keep going and read each choice, which one is the best inference. I'm going to give you a clue. If it has quotes around it, it's a quote from the folktale. If it doesn't have quotation marks around it, you can see these are the inferences, right? So that should help you narrow things down. If you need to go back to this text, just go back to that slide and then come back down to fix your answer. When you're done with that, there are quotes from the story. So there are 7 quotes. You're going to read the fable, which you already did, match the inference to the number of the quote it supports. Here's the inferences. For example, Dove wanted to help Ant. I need to find which of these quotes from the text tells me Dove wanted to help Ant. So let's read through them. One day, a dove saw an ant fall into a brook. Maybe. Ant tried with all of his might to swim to the bank. No. Dove took pity on the ant and dropped a blade of straw near the ant. That sounds like it could be right, so I'm going to take 3 and match it with number 1. Right? When you finish, each of these will match to an inference. You might need to say, you know what? That one really was a better answer for number 1, so I need to move maybe number 4 or 5 or 6 to number 1, right? So you're going to have to play around with these, and you might, don't just put, when you get to the last one, don't just put the answer there, because you need to make sure it's still correct, right? If you have questions, when you're done, go back up to directions, make sure you've all of them checked off. You're going to go back to Schoology and make sure that you click submit on your assignment page so that I get the full assignment. Let me know if you have questions. You can always chat me in Schoology or ask me after reading group because you've all week to work on this. All right, good luck.